Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Caleb, and in today's video I'll be giving you tips on how to win the both teams to score betting option. When it comes to goals betting, there are several options available to us, but the both teams to score option is a very enticing one. Firstly, because you don't care about the end result of the game, but all you care about is for both teams to put the ball at the back of the net. And secondly, it offers a very high odds when it comes to such options, when it comes to the both teams to score option. So guys, in this video, I'll be giving you tips and step-by-step approach whenever to consider whenever you are selecting a both teams to score match, or you are selecting games to play on the both teams to score option. So guys, as you go through this video, trying to get these tips, guys, please don't forget to support our channel. Please give this video a thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet, so that you can join this amazing family. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. So guys, to the business of the day, whenever you are betting on or selecting games for the both teams to score betting option, please guys, I want you to keep this in mind. Take note of the away team. Why I say always consider and take note of the away team, try to study it critically, it's because it is very difficult to play football games away from home than when you are playing at home. Those are two different scenarios. It is very difficult when you are playing away from home. So guys, whenever you get a game that you want to bet on for both teams to score, in this case, I'll take an example. Everton versus Aston Villa. Let's say Everton is at home and Aston Villa is away from home. The first thing you do is to look at their offensive capabilities. That is the first thing you need to do. You need to look at their offensive capabilities and analyze it. Now, when I talk about offensive capabilities, I simply mean their attacking prowess, how well and how accurate they are able to score goals. And what comes to mind is the average goals scored per game. That is what can give you a clear picture of their attacking capabilities, the average goals scored per game. And how do you get the average goals scored per game? You simply get it by dividing the number of goals scored by the matches played, the number of matches played. Now, in this case, let's say Everton versus Aston Villa, we want to bet on that game for both teams to score. And I'll use it throughout our step-by-step tips on determining games to play as both teams to score. Now, when we go to the goals column of the table and we want to look at it, Everton is at home. We have to, let's say for the purpose of this video, let's say they have both played 19 games. And in those 19 games, Everton has scored 29 goals. Now, how do you know their attacking prowess or their attacking capabilities? You simply take the 29 goals divided by the 19 games, and you get an average goal scored of 1.52. So when you get an average goal scored of 1.52, it means Everton has a probability of scoring at least 1+ goal in a game. And you do same for Aston Villa. Now, this is where the main issue lies. When it comes to the home team, guys, you need to make sure the average goal scored per game is at least 1.50 when it comes to the home team. If you do that math and you get 1.50, then it is a good game because that team at home is more likely to score because number one, they are playing at home, the confidence is there, and they have a good average goal scored per game. Now you go to the away team trying to analyze their own average goal scored per game. When you do the maths, let's say for Aston Villa, out of the 19 games, they have been able to score, say, 33 goals. You do the maths, 33 divided by 19, it will give you an average of 1.7. Now, guys, this shows that Aston Villa scores close to 2 goals per game, meaning even though they are away, they are more likely to score at least a single goal. And when it comes to the away team, guys, please make sure the average goal scored per game is at least 1.70. Some people do take 160. I do take it at times, depending on the team and the game I'm about to bet on. But I usually go for 1.70. That is because it gives you a higher probability of that team scoring in that game. It shows that the team has a higher probability to score in that game because their average goal scored is good. And some people in this scenario even go as far as analyzing their shot conversion rate, but that will be in another video when it comes to shot conversion rate. So that is the first step we take when we are analyzing a game if we want to play it on both teams to score. So don't forget, when it comes to the average goals scored per game, for the home team, it should be at least 1.50, and for the away team, it should be at least 1.70. The next thing you need to assess is their defensive vulnerabilities. The defensive vulnerabilities of these teams, Everton versus Aston Villa. Now, when it comes to defensive vulnerabilities, we are looking at how well is their defensive performances. Now, how do we know it? The first thing that will give us an insight of their defensive performance is the average goals conceded per game. And now, guys, you do the same math, but this time we are using the goals conceded section of the league table. You take the goals conceded divided by the number of games played. You do that for both teams. And in this case, guys, it should be 1.40. If you do the maths and you get 1.40 as the average goal conceded per game, then it is more likely that these two teams can concede goals because their defenses are really vulnerable. So you should make sure you get 1.40 for both sides. This time you don't differentiate. Once you get 1.40 for home team and 1.40 for away team, then it is more likely that both teams can be able to concede in that game. So we have ascertained so far that both teams can score goals and can also concede goals. So the first two steps have proven that we can play this game for both teams to score. The next step we need to take into account is their recent form. Don't undermine their recent form. In this case, I'm not talking about their winning or losing. Yeah, I'm not talking about their winning and losses in their recent form. In their recent form, we are concentrating on the goals scored in their recent form. That is, we go to their last 5 games. 5 games is enough to determine a team's recent form or a team's form in that period. And now, guys, when we are looking at the recent form, we are looking at how well or how badly or how averagely a team is performing at that time. And when you are looking at that, there are two things we consider when we are looking at their recent form. Number one is the goals conceded, and number two is the goals scored. Now, when it comes to goals conceded, we are looking at their last 5 matches. What is their conceding trend in those 5 matches? Were they able to concede goals in all of those 5 matches, win, loss, or draw? If yes, then we know that they are more likely to concede goals in this game. But if no, if they have, let's say, in their last 5 matches, they have about 4 clean sheets, then there is a problem because their defense is performing very well and may not concede in that game. And if they have conceded, maybe let's say in 3 of those 5 games, let's say 2-1, then it is more likely that they can concede again, given the fact that the other team also has good attacking prowess and can score goals as well. The next thing we consider is their goal scoring trend. We are still under their recent form. And now in those last 5 games, we are looking at their goal scoring trend in those 5 games. Win, loss, or draw, were they able to score? Did they lose 3-0 or 3-1 or 3-2? Those are the things we are looking at, their trend of scoring in their last 5 games. And if we can ascertain that they were able to score in most matches of their last 5 games, let's say 3-on-5 or 4-on-5 of their last 5 games, then they are more likely to score in this game. It means they are in a good form that can score and also concede. So their recent form should tell us if they are able to score in that period and also they are able to concede in that period. And if we get that cleared, then the next thing we do is to look at their head-to-head. Now, when it comes to head-to-head, we are looking at the times that these teams have faced each other, what happened. And we are going back to their past 5 matches. And mind you, when you are considering their past 5 matches, also look at the development of the team. Because if, let's say, in a league like the Premier League, it is different when you're analyzing their head-to-head than in a team like the Scotland League or the Switzerland League, where teams can play each other about 3 to 4 times in a particular season. But in the Premier League or the Bundesliga, you can only play each other twice in a season. So if you're looking at their past 5 matches, it can take you about 3 years back. So when considering their head-to-head, you should also look at the development of the team, because in those periods, they must have changed their coaches, their best striker must have gone, and so on and so forth. So you should look at that and analyze it critically. And also look at the goal trends in those last 5 meetings of these teams. When you look at the goal trends, then you can be able to ascertain if you can play this game for both teams to score. But we all know there are games that will always produce both teams, like Barcelona, Real Madrid is very easy for both teams to score. Manchester City, Liverpool, is more likely for both teams to score. Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund. The trend in their last 5 matches and beyond has always shown that both teams are more likely to score in those games, and it usually proves us right going forward. And if you can ascertain with their head-to-head, then the last thing we should do, and very important, is the players' availability. In that current moment, when you want to bet, try to look at the squad available to the coaches. Try to look at the squad available. If a team has their best striker injured, then it is more likely they will struggle for goals. If a team have their best players, let's say their best players injured or out of a particular game for one reason or the other, then they are more likely to struggle to perform in that game. So we should also look at the players' availability when we are trying to bet on the both teams to score option. With these points, guys, I believe if you take them into account and consider them whenever you are trying to select matches for the both teams to score betting option, then trust me, you have increased your chances of winning whenever you bet on those options. It is a very good option that offers good odds, but also very critical to analyze and select matches for them. Please, guys, stay tuned to the channel as I'll be coming up with more and more tips on how to win several options in the betting platform, in the football betting platform. And also, guys, stay tuned to this channel. I'll be coming up with more and more videos. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and turn on the notification bell. Share the video to as many people as possible who can also benefit from it and make money out of betting. Hope to see you in our next video, guys. Thank you.